Josh, last year your improvement was very obvious to see, a huge uptick in scoring, a huge uptick in rebounds. This year it would be difficult to see the same uptick in those stats, but how can you still improve?
Well, I think over this past year, I think I've tried to become more of a better leader. So I didn't really feel like that was my role in the first 2 years because being an underclassman. But now that I'm a junior, I feel like I can take on a leadership role, lead by example, and vocally as well, with my scoring and rebounding too.
What are some ways in the offseason you've tried to be more of a leader?
Well, me, Junior, and Ike, we went to leadership camp in Ohio, and we really benefited from that. We listened to Clark Kellogg and a bunch of other business people, and they came in and just gave us a lot of advice that we took home and are trying to put to use.
You guys have so much more size this year. How has that affected your game?
Well, we have bigger guys to battle against. We're a lot more. We have a lot more depth this year, so I think playing against all those guys in practice is going to prepare us for the Pac-12 play and our non-conference schedule as well.
Do you feel less of a responsibility to get every rebound?
Yeah, I mean, you might see a dip in that, but I think that's going to benefit our team, more, and I think that's going to help us out in the long run better.
Connor, what have you been working out on since you got on campus?
Sorry, what was that?
What have you been working on since you arrived in Pullman?
Just my stamina, working on my body. I've been working on a lot of footwork stuff, improving my footwork with Coach Graham, and just kind of getting in the system because as a transfer, you're always a bit behind all the other guys. So just playing catch up and getting with the program as much as possible.
How much of a shock to your system is it to be playing against Pac-12 guys every day?
I mean, I came from I originally transferred out of a Division I school, so I know what Division I is like, but Pac-12 is at a higher level than the Big West, a lot higher level, so it has been a bit of a jump, but I believe I'm ready for it.
Do you feel like you've been able to carve out much of a role for yourself, and what is that niche?
I mean, I am one of two big guys on the team, me and Val, and our job is we gotta bang, grab all the boards, and make a presence down low so that we can spread the floor for the guards.
We still haven't really seen Val play, but he sure has a reputation as a shot blocker. Have you had to kind of change your game playing against him every day?
Oh yeah, it was a bit of a shocker for the first 2 weeks. I played with a 7'6" guy, and as in shot blocking ability, I find them maybe equals. He is hard to play against.
What's the transition been like for you, just coming into this offense that is so fast-paced?
It's really opened up my game. I mean, Coach Kent has a system here that's it's a lot faster than what I'm used to playing, but I believe that's a good thing because I've played in systems that are slow and I've kind of adjusted to that, and I think I need something new to open up my game more, and transition hasn't really been a big part of my game, and I'm getting faster and faster, and now it is. Running down the floor with the guards is fun. Getting those fast break possessions, it feels good, really good.
I'm going to ask you to speak for the rest of the JUCO class, but how have you guys felt coming into the team and gelling with everybody and trying to not only transition to the offense, but also transition with all your new teammates?
I mean, coming from a JUCO, it's for most guys it's hard because it's almost like coming out of high school. The level isn't the same as D1, but and you're making this jump, but it's been made a lot easier with the team that we have here and the staff. Coach Kent has this outstanding ability to give confidence to players, and so this level jump that all us JUCO guys are making, it's going to be easy with the staff and the supportive guys that we got around us. So,
Josh, after playing in this offense year one, now you've had this off season, you're getting up for another year. What's the biggest difference, I guess, in preparing for year two in this system and what you guys hope to be a much more successful season?
Well, I worked on getting a lot stronger in my lower body and improving my shot. So that's something individually that I was working on, and then as a team, since we have 6 new guys coming in, it's just gelling. But I feel like Coach Kent has brought in a really high integrity, high character guy, so it really has been made the transition real easy for us to gel together.
Do you feel like you have to take over this, as Ernie said, this alpha dog role that Devontae had last year? Do you think that you are this guy that everyone can lean on and depend on day in, day out for scoring and whatnot?
I think I'm pretty consistent, but I think in order to find the most success, our team is just going to be more team basketball. I think since we lost Devontae, it's not going to be just one man running the show. Anyone can score any certain amount of points on a given night, and I think that's what makes our team so dangerous.
Go ahead.
Bringing in all these new guys and trying to gel, like you said, how much does it help to have so many home games early on to get your feet wet and learn how to play with each other in front of the home fans?
Yeah, it's going to be huge because our schedule last year was definitely a little bit challenging to start. We were in Alaska and Texas and just all over the place. So I think just getting our feet wet with all these home games is going to really help us gel and bond together, and then also get all the students involved as well. I know that they're really excited, and we thrive off their energy. So if we can, get some early wins under our belt, then that'll keep them coming back for the Pac-12 schedule, which is going to really help us out a lot.
What is the deepest team you've played with here at WSU, you think, or what do you make of how deep this roster appears to be?
Oh, for sure. This is by far the deepest team that I've ever been a part of in all my years of playing. I think we're 2, 3 deep at pretty much every position, and so that's going to give us a lot of depth, and also kind of take the burden off some of our starters, and then give a chance for all bench players and role players to succeed as well.
Coach Kent was saying he wants to see you kind of be consistent from the three-point line. How do you feel like that's going to benefit your game to be consistent from beyond the arc?
Yeah, definitely. I've been working on that a lot, and just expanding my shot, and it expands my role on the team as well. So that just is another added attribute that can be implemented to our system.
Josh, you talked about working on your leadership. Maybe what's something you learned from Devontae, with him being the leader, that you can maybe apply to this season?
I think just leading by example. I think Devontae was also a big vocal leader, and when times, like adverse times we're going through, we hit a slump or something like that, he was always the person. Him and Junior were the vocal leaders that were kind of leading us through that. And then also just he was just a great person as well as being a great basketball player. So I think just how you act off the court also is a big part of your image as well.
Clay Thompson, we heard, was got to hang out with you guys a little bit when he was in
Yeah.
town. What, for both of you, what was that like, or what did you learn from that experience, or what was it like to learn from a former Coug who's playing at a obviously very high level?
Yeah, he talked to us a lot, and it was fun to meet him and some of the other former players that were here as well. And he talked to a bunch of the boosters and us, and he talked about the work he put in, and how it's pretty much the same at the pro level as college level. It's just the competition is just a little higher. So it was a really cool experience. Meeting him. He was at Cal last year, so I got to see him then too, and we got the win there, so that was fun. So it was always good to see him, and he's probably our most famous Coug basketball player ever. So.
Connor, you helped lead Saddleback to a state title, and you also were SoCal MVP and Orange Empire Conference MVP. How does it, obviously JUCO and Pac-12 play very different, but how does it help the rest of the team to have someone like you that has had recently had won something that the rest of the team is trying to strive for, a winning culture?
Sorry.
I'm not gonna do a jumble there. I guess I'm just saying, you won the highest possible thing you could have won in JUCO, and now you're coming to a team that is trying to win again and become one of the powers of the Pac-12. How does it help that you've had that experience?
I'd say like any experience like that, going to a championship, being in a championship situation, it definitely helps you build as a player, as a person. I'd have to say that was one of the really cool things about meeting Clay is, I mean, the guy was an NBA champion, but you don't meet many of those people in your lifetime. And so his charisma and his the way he's talking about his work ethic and everything, I believe it helps being from a champion. But I mean, you say it kind of as like it's sort of like a personality. I don't see it that way. I think that all of us have that winning mentality right now, and everyone here is ready to be a champion. So, yeah.
Any more questions?